21. That's the number of students that are in this class right now. 14,432. That's the number of students that attended NDSU in 2017. 33,000. Actually, over 33,000. That's the number of people who commit suicide a year in the United States, which is leaving 200,000 friends and family to mourn the losses of their loved ones. According to the online article, Effects of Suicide on Siblings, Uncertainty and the Grief Process by Kimberly A. Powell and Ashley Mathis, accessed February 19th. Suicide is an issue in every town. Across the nation, we all struggle with this issue. Our age is especially susceptible to the effects of suicide. I have had lots of losses in my life, whether it be from choice or chance. I can say that I've been to many funerals, and the ones where somebody took their life themselves is by far the worst funeral to go to. The story of suicide is one that has been shared many times and one that we have all heard and have all been aware of. But the story of what suicide does to the friends and family is a story that has yet to be told. So today I'm going to tell it by telling you how people deal with loss and how this can cause a suicide chain reaction. Everybody deals with loss, but for some people, they really struggle with it. Suicide coverage in the newspaper, An Ethical Consideration by Elizabeth B. Ziensis, was an online article that said the number of suicides is 10,000 more than the number of homicides per year in the United States. To me, that's an astonishing number. That number can put us all in denial right now. So you can imagine how that denial can be placed with somebody who had just lost a loved one who took their own life. You'll hear phrases that are like, "I can't believe they're gone," or "What do I do now?" These are common phrases with somebody dealing with denial. This also makes it hard for somebody to move on. When somebody loses someone, you always have to move on. There's always that time where you struggle and you question, but eventually everybody does have to move on with their lives. Now, as I just said, everybody has to move on. For some people, moving on can seem impossible. This may cause a suicide chain reaction. The questions that people have can haunt them for the rest of their lives. Was it something I did? Was it something I said? Was there something I could have done or said that could have prevented this? These are questions that the family and friends of suicide victims often ask themselves. These questions also lead to guilt that is racking them for years to come after the loss of somebody who took their own life. This guilt can be hard to move on from. Even though suicide is an individual act, it can still affect many, many people. As I said before, suicide is a story that we are all too aware of. But the effects that suicide has on friends and families is a story that is yet to be told. So today I told you how people deal with loss and how it can cause a suicide chain reaction. I want you all to think of your family and friends. Now, if you have that number in your head, I want you to multiply it by the 21 people in this classroom. Now multiply that by the 14,432 people who are in this university. Now multiply that by 2. That ginormous number is almost the amount of friends and family who are suffering with the loss of a loved one who committed suicide. Thank you.